Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we're focusing on posture and core, all the good parts. And with that said, you're going to want only a mat because we will be using body weight and posture for this class today. But you also want a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. Water close by, you'll take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So can we just start with a toe tap? And as you're toe tapping, think about bending your knees at the center. Now wrap the arm around like a big circle. As your arm is moving in the circle, though, I want you to think posture. So your posture is shoulders back and down, even though your arm is coming forward. So think about that. When your shoulders are back and down, your chest is up. Now the rib cage opens a little bit, but that's where I want you to really brace from your center so that you engage the center all at one time. Now, lift the arm up and leg goes up, landing with a soft knee. Inhale and exhale. And toes down, reach across the chest. You have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1. Hold to the right, roll through the back toe, up and down. Inhale and exhale. Now hold the heel down, stretch forward so you stretch out your calf. And turn the entire body to the front. Toes come up. Now sitting down in the right leg and hinging so you feel the lengthening behind the left hamstring. Deep breath and exhale. Now let's go for the other side and roll through the foot and up and down. Roll up. One more time. Now hold here and lunge. Bracing from your center. Turn the whole body to the front. Toes up. Sitting down in the left leg and hinge. Deep breath. Exhale and hold. And now center, both feet come out. Bring your knees down just a little bit. Now the hips are balanced and they're parallel to the floor. Reach the left arm up and press the left hip down so you keep this parallel to the floor even though you're stretching. And pull down. And stretch and pull down. One more time. Now hold here. And release, other side. Up and pull. Up and pull. Deep breath and exhale. One more. And hold. And release. Now, your feet are forward. Arms are straight ahead. Think shoulders only. So shoulders go back and together and they release. Now you can bend your knees just a little bit. That part you can do. And you can brace in from the center, but nothing else should be moving. Shoulders only move back and forward, that's it. Shoulders back. You'll notice how my elbows are not bending during this. This is strictly shoulder retraction, which works your rhomboids, this little guy that's right in between your shoulder blades. And that guy has a really important job. That guy either keeps you sitting up very tall with the shoulders back, or it stretches and allows the shoulders to go forward. So I want you to think about strengthening the muscle. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. Shake the arms out. Okay, stay standing forward. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. Knees are soft right here. Now, arms at genie position and think hinge, hinge, and up. So here's what you're gonna do. Shoulders stay down and back, brace from your center, hinge. The minute you feel like your hamstrings are about to stretch, that's when you hinge right back up to standing. Now the key to the knees is to keep the small bend in the knee and not change the knee. So the knee stays in one position the whole time. So now the only joint moving is your hip joint. Hinge and back up. We have 4 more. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Now come back down into the hinge. Drop the arms. Now remember the retraction. Let's do it from this position. Squeeze the shoulder blades back in together and release. Now at the same time, you have to brace from your center, keeping your neutral spine. Remember, the only bend comes from the hip joint. And feel the shoulder blades connect and release. Connect and release. 5 more. 4. and 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's do one more set of hinge. Small bend in the knee, that stays. Bracing from your center and hinge and release. Remember, the minute you feel like you're stretching your hamstrings, that's where you stop and you lift yourself right back up. Bracing from your center, especially as you're moving. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. And 4, 3. Here's 2 and 1. Now bring yourself back to center. So arms come up, and here's what I'd like you to do. Think again, shoulders, small bend in the knees, shoulders up to the ears, and then they go down and back. Up to the ears, down and back. Up to the ears, down and back. It actually feels like you're moving the arms in a circle, but I want you to take your awareness to your shoulder blades. Feel the shoulders go up, feel them push down and back. Up and down and back. 4 more. And 3. Now 2 and 1. So now they're held down and back, elbows on an imaginary shelf, and rotate down, rotate up. Again, bracing from your center, keeping the shoulders down and back, the chest up, and using your breath as your rhythm of movement. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake those arms out. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this again. Arms come up. Small bend in the knees. Shoulders up to the ears and down and back. Up to the ears, down and back. Bracing from your center and pulling in a little bit more from the rib cage, especially when your arms go up. Inhale and exhale. Deepening your breath. Up and down and back. Up and down and back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows on the imaginary shelf. Rotate down, rotate up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake the arms out. Okay, this is a great time to grab some water, and let's bring our mat down to the floor. Sometimes our mats get sticky. There we go. Okay, starting with just both legs out. Think about sitting up nice and tall. Now, if you feel like you're sitting, remember this class is all about posture and core. So if you're sitting here and you're rounded down here, I'd like you to roll up a mat or use a yoga block or a towel and sit up on something a couple of inches off the ground so that you can anchor yourself up taller. Then from there, pull both feet back. Keep your feet hip distance apart and simply hinge forward to feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale and hold. One more time, big deep breath. Exhale. Now cross the left leg over into a figure 4 and hinge. Reach for the knee with the right hand and rotate to the left. And again, hinge and rotate. And hinge. And now hold. And release. The other side, cross over. Deep breath, exhale and hinge. And rotate. And hinge. And rotate. And hinge. Now rotate and hold. And release. So starting off with a side plank. You're on your elbow, and if this feels a little uncomfortable, feel free to roll up the mat so you can place that underneath your elbow. You're on your knee. So we're up here on our knees. Now the goal here is a straight line from the tip of the head all the way to the knees. And I want you to intentionally lower the hips and lift right back up. Pull in from the center, lower the hips, back up, and lower, and up. One more time, lower. Now hold, arm comes up, reach under. We call this threading the needle, and then lift up. Full inhale, full exhale. One more time. And down. And bring the legs forward. So sitting here with the legs any way you'd like to, just some kind of a bend in the knees. And I want you to think about that hinge we did standing. This time we were going to hinge back. So your chest is up nice and tall. And hinge back and back to center. And then hinge back. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Remember, straight line from the hip to the shoulder so that you keep neutral spine. So hinge back and forward. Bracing from the rib cage as you're moving, either forward or back. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, can we go for our side plank on the other side? All the way up. Think lifting, straight line all the way to the knees. Now lower the hips and lift. And lower and lift. Inhale one way, exhale the other. One more time. Hold up, arm up, and thread the needle. Full inhale, full exhale. One more time. And down. So once again, legs are out, arms are up, chest is up tall, shoulders down and back. Hinge back and up. And again, hinge back. Now notice that my lower back is not pressing back. My lower back is staying lifted because I'm holding on to neutral spine. I'd like you to do the same. And as I move back, that's when I brace from my center the most. So I contract in from my rib cage, but yet I'm still breathing so that my abdominals are engaged. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back over to the left arm, up on the left knees, lower the hips, and lift up and down, making sure the elbow is right underneath the shoulder, bracing in from the ribs, especially as you're moving. One more time. Hold here, arm up, thread the needle. Full inhale, full exhale. One more. And up and lower down. Now let's move over to the other side. Lifting yourself up, shoulder right over the elbow, and arm down and lower the hips and up. Full inhale, full exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Arm up, thread the needle. One more time. And down. So since we're here already, let's roll over to our back. Both knees into the chest. Deep breath. And exhale. One more time. Big deep breath. And exhale. Crossing one foot on the knee, figure 4, and just stretch in. And then release, other side. And stretch the legs in. You know, when we sit a lot, this is actually the best stretch you can do. Now both feet are down. Hands behind the head. I want you to think about holding the weight of your head in your hands. So lift up just an inch off the ground. Feel the weight in your hands. Now take your focus and focus on the ribs. The ribs are slightly open, so I want you to close the ribs in and then release. So they squeeze closed and they move down and then they release. So the fact that your upper body is moving up and down is not because of your arms. It is strictly because the opening and the closing of the rib cage. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. So now let's bring our feet in and together. Shoulders are back and down towards the mat, hands by your sides, up into a bridge. Keeping the feet right where they're at, simply open the knees and close. Squeeze through the glutes. Feel the inner thighs connect. The goal here is a straight line from the knees all the way to the shoulders. Feel your rib cage braced in the center. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, hands behind the head. Feel the weight of your head in your hands. And now squeeze the rib cage closed and open. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Deepen the breathing. You want to feel the movement of your rib cage. So really think about what you're doing so you train very intentionally. This makes your abdominal training that much more efficient. 4 more. And 3. And now 2. And 1. Press down, hands by your side, shoulders are back, feet are together. Lift up into your bridge and open and close the knees, keeping all 10 toes touching the floor. So your feet are very, very well placed into the ground. Let's say it that way. Brace from your center. 5 more. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. And lower down. Knees into the chest. Big deep breath. And exhale. And now both feet are bent. So hands are back behind the head. And I want you to feel the weight of your head. Close the ribs. And now keep this feeling. So you're going to feel the ribs closed. You feel the weight of your head. This should not change. And now left leg goes in and down. In and down. So as you're moving this leg, think to yourself, do I still feel my ribs tight? Let me squeeze them tighter. I'm breathing. And you're feeling the weight of your head. So you don't feel like you're yanking your head up with your hands. You feel like you're just holding the weight of your head. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Lower down. You can hug the knees back in again. It's always nice to do. One foot goes down, one leg up. Pressing your tailbone down, your heel up, and press the leg in and hold. And release the other side. Tailbone down, heel up, and press in. And release, feet together. Actually, no feet together, feet are hip distance. I was about to make us do the bridge again. I think we did enough of that, don't you? But this time, hands behind the head. Up just an inch, feel the weight of your head. Now squeeze the ribs as tight as you can, but you're still breathing. Right leg comes in and down without changing any of this. So inhale one way, exhale the other. Feel the ribs closed in. Feel the weight of your head. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Release. Let's lift ourselves right back up. So flipping over to a hands and knees position. First off, just balancing your weight on all 4 points. Now from here, left arm comes forward, right leg goes back. You want to feel like both hips are parallel to the floor. Feel that you're steady as much as you can. And if you feel steady, then lift 1 inch up, 1 inch down. If you feel like you're wiggling around, then just hold. Your goal is to make this movement as controlled as possible, still breathing. Brace from your center, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Lift up and hold, and now lift and lower. Bracing from your center and using your breath as your rhythm of movement. Four more. And 3, 2, and 1. Shift back into child's pose. This is another great time to grab some water and hold here. Now, moving forward into a tricep push-up position. So you should feel like you have all your weight in your hands. There's a straight line from the knees all the way to the shoulders, and the left arm is going to lead. So the left arm lowers you, and the left arm lifts you up. But notice that my spine does not change, and my hips stay down. Two more. One more. And then sit back. So lifting the body back into all fours. Left arm forward, right leg back. Hold steady first, and then lift and lower. Bracing from your center. Keeping complete control of the movement, and both hip bones parallel to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Hold steady first and lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now back to your tricep push-up position. Bracing from your center, nice straight line. Tailbone goes in line with the neutral spine. Lead with your right arm. Down and up. Lowering down gently, keeping your neutral spine. And bracing from your center, especially as the work feels harder. Four more. And 3, 2, and 1. And press back. And come back up to seated. Extending both legs out. Once again, if you need to sit on something, this is a good time to do that. Sitting up tall and then hinge forward, pull your toes back towards you. And I want you to think about the length of your spine. So in theory, if you had a metal pole that went from the tip of your head all the way to your tailbone, you cannot bend. So the only place you can bend is from your hip joint. Lift your chest up towards me. Big deep breath. And exhale. One more time, big deep breath. Exhale. And center cross one arm in front of the chest. And this same arm goes up and back. Now press the elbow back, stretching your tricep. And release the other arm across. Hold. And now up and back, stretch back. And hold. and release. Let's cross one leg for the figure 4. Deep breath here, and as you exhale, hinge forward, pulling your toes towards you. And I want you to think about your tailbone. I want you to intentionally feel like you're pushing your tailbone back and away as you're pulling your toes to you. At the same time, lift your chest up. Now, knee comes up, rotate over to the left, sitting up nice and tall. Let's stay with this leg, cross over, lower your forearm as you hinge, and then left arm comes up and back. And let's still stay here. Rotate around this ankle, big circle, sitting up very tall. And try to exaggerate the circle as much as you can. Now move in the other direction, all the way around. All the way around. One more. And release the other side. Cross the foot over, inhale, and exhale and hinge. Now knee up and rotate. And release, hinge again, lowering the forearm. Right arm comes up and back. And back to center. Now draw a circle with your ankle as much as you can. Chest is up tall, shoulders are pinned back. And go in the other direction, all the way around. One more. And release. Now just sitting, you can sit with both legs out if you wanted to, whatever feels comfortable. Bring yourself into a side stretch. So as my left arm comes over, I want you to push your left hip into the floor so you feel the stretch going right down the side of the body. Take a deep breath here and exhale, stretch again and hold. Now reach for the ear to the shoulder and hold, pressing the right shoulder down. And release. Other side, up and over. Pressing the right hip down. Deep breath and exhale. And hold. And now the ear to the shoulder. And both hands behind the head. Inhale, exhale, rotate over to the left. Chest is up tall, extend both arms out with the shoulders down and back. Hands behind the head. And rotate over to the right side. Reach out. And center. And inhale, exhale, chin to chest. And release. Now shoulders up, back, and around. Big circle. Inhale one way, exhale the other. One more. And release, extending one leg out. One knee stays bent. Pull the toes towards you. You want to feel like both hips are into the floor and simply hinge towards the knee. Chest is up, tailbone is back. Deep breath. Exhale. Same leg, rotate with the foot out. Deep breath and exhale and hinge. You might feel like you can't move as far as you could before. That's okay, but yet you're getting a little bit more inside as you stretch. And release. The other side goes out. Toes are up. Big deep breath and exhale and hinge towards the leg. Inhale, turn the toes out, and exhale and hinge. And release, both feet coming in, big deep breath. Exhale, simply shift your body weight a little bit forward so you feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Inhale, and exhale again, shift forward and hold. And once again, sitting any way you'd like to. Take both arms out and just shift your body weight forward so you feel the stretch going across the shoulders and chest and release. And again, shift forward. And now arms to the front and rotate around the wrist as far as you can. Big circle. And the other direction all the way around. And bring both hands together. Inhale, exhale, fingertips down, feeling the stretch in your forearms. Deep breath and exhale. And release. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.